Hi guys, it's Seema Morrison here. I'd like to share with you guys about raising your vibration with the high vibrational diet and your consciousness. I am a holistic nutritionist and I've been practicing and studying for a long period of time how to heal the body and go deeper within with a healthy lifestyle and certain things that I added into my lifestyle that has made a significant shift. First things first, a high vibrational diet. It's so important to eat clean foods in your diet in order to raise your consciousness. This is something that I think is number one out of so many different options of what you can add into your diet. I would say a diet filled with lots of fruits and vegetables is key. I am not promoting a vegan diet. I actually think that every single body is made so differently that there's not one diet for one person. Everyone needs to just tap into their body and feel and see what feels good for them. I do think that eating maybe 70-80% plant-based is the way to go. And with that, I mean, most people eat protein with every meal. You don't eat protein with every meal. You just don't. A lot of people think that you need 8 to 10 ounces of protein per meal or one time a day for a meal. No, you just need a few bites. You don't need more than 3 ounces of protein, really. You don't. You get a lot of protein through legumes. You get lots of protein through spinach, kale, lots of greens. And your body actually needs those carbohydrates in those foods as well for your liver to sustain your energy. I feel like a diet filled with toxins, GMO foods, processed foods, those are only going to bring down your vibration in your internal aura space. You won't be able to think clearly when you have foods like that. You're not as sharp. You are able to see through. You practice more discernment with a high vibe diet. You also are able to see through things. When I say see through things, I mean, when you feel good, you act good, really. So you can be in a space and you won't feel bloated or you won't feel like sluggish. You won't feel fatigued. You'll feel energized and high vibe. That's one of the most important things you can do for yourself. It's a gift for your body. Your body is a temple. It's a vessel to hold a space of consciousness. But truly, this is all we need, right? We have this and this. If you can really just have fresh, clean water, spring water. I drink fresh spring water every day. If you have access to a spring, please get fresh water. If you have access to a well, good. But I just drink as much water as possible. Delicious. I also drink smoothies, lots of smoothies with wild blueberries, lots of wild blueberries. I do lots of spinach, parsley, kale, cilantro. I love grapes, lots of grapes. Grapes are one of the best foods, I feel like. They're so great for your kidneys. They're extremely detoxifying as well. There's so many foods I love in season. I love figs. I love dates. Dates are one of the powerhouse foods as well. Really, really high in minerals. What else do I eat that I have to share with you guys? There's so much stuff I love. Honey. That is nectar. That's like the ultimate nectar. When you have honey, it brings the vibration up really, really high. I also feel like if you can add natural seaweed, kelp into your diet, extremely great for your thyroid, helps balance the chakras out as well. I feel, there's like a list. I'm going to have to make a list for you guys, but really it comes down to the clean foods. Certain things I would definitely cut out of your diet would be caffeine. I don't feel like caffeine is that great. I don't. I think people have caffeine and they crash afterwards. It's actually extremely, extremely tiresome for your adrenals. Most people live on a fight or flight. And so when you already have a sensitive nervous system, the coffee can actually be a major burnout for you and it can make your symptoms worse. And it's going to be hard to balance out your system when you have caffeine. Even raw cacao. I love cacao. I have to have it in minuscule amounts because it is too much for my system. Certain foods that also are extremely taxing for the system, I would say, are anything with MSG in there, anything that has corn in there that is not from a GMO, that's a non-GMO source. Most corn is actually, it's not that bad. It's not good for you. Really, it isn't. I'm a sucker for popcorn. So you have to win some, you lose some, right? You pick and choose. Alcohol, if your body cannot handle alcohol, I do not recommend it. I'll have a glass of wine here and there. I love my wine, but it has to be pick and choose when you're going to have it. alcohol does lower the energetics. It actually opens you up to energies that probably are not going to serve you as well. So be careful with the alcohol. Also, foods that are not grass-fed, cut them out. Those are pretty much abusing animals and putting them in major manufacturer farms and feeding them till they get extremely fat and sick, and then sell them to people at a really cheap rate. So if you are going to eat meat, please know where you're getting your food from the farm. Connect with your farm, know what their diet is. It's really beautiful connecting with that. Wild seafood. Seafood's interesting because of all the noxious fumes that have unfortunately been in our oceans, especially since Fukushima, and we live in the West Coast, so we've been very vigilant of where we get our fish. So I recommend wild. If you can just do those in really small doses as well, that's great. Legumes, like I said, is so great. I think azuki beans, lentils, really high in protein. Honestly, add a lot of spices to your foods. Turmeric, clove, all those things are so great. They're also extremely high in antifungal and antibacterial foods. So you can eat them and they actually clean out your system and all the stuff in your GI tract that needs to be cleansed out. Lots of fresh squeezed juices. If you can do fresh orange juice, if you can do celery juice first thing in the morning. There's so many high vibrational moves you can do. Really, just eating a clean diet that is not processed is the goal here. Vegetables, fruits, a clean source of protein if you do eat protein once in a while, and just lots of love with that food. Understand the food that you eat, the vibration of that food goes into your system. So if I'm eating beautiful cherries and I'm eating it, I ingest the energetics of the cherries in my system, which is all sunlight energy coming from the sun. That food grows because of water and sun and good soil. If I'm going to have a piece of meat that's toxic and has been abused, I'm putting that energy into my system as well. That's why it's very important for you to be conscious of where you're getting your food. Shopping at the farmer's market is the best thing you could do for yourself. I recommend that, especially if you have kids. Be really, really careful of where you're getting your food. Kids are so sensitive. Someone like myself, who I've tried so many different lifestyle protocols of diets, which is, I've been hacking into my body for a long time to see what feels good for me. I think honestly, moderation in everything. Enjoy life. If you want to have a piece of cake, enjoy the cake. Just do the good stuff. Get the real ingredients. Less is more. You don't need 1,000 ingredients or sugar-free that, sugar-free this. Just do it right. Just get real ingredients. Anyway, I'll be doing more videos on this, but I want to share this with you guys during a really auspicious time to bring a high vibrational diet and lifestyle in your field. Also, the next episode, I'll be doing lots of herbs and supplements that can definitely help you as well. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Thank you so much.